It's Wednesday. It's been a pretty chill week. I'm gonna fly to Seattle in a few hours. I've got all my stuff packed up. I'm shooting with a production company called Milhouse, and we're working for EA Sports again. They were asking me if I knew how to ice skate, and I do. I'm not great, but I mean, I rollerbladed a ton when I was a kid. I'm gonna be taking the Raptor, just handheld, no tripod, no Movi, so that'll be nice light packing. So I don't even think I'm gonna check a bag. It's only a 35 or 40 minute flight up there. I probably could have driven. It would have been pretty cool to drive the Quattro, I guess, but I'm gonna run this DZO 25 to 55 lens. It's a nice medium width lens, so I can do kind of some fun snap zooms. It's parafocal, so you don't have to refocus after you zoom in or out, which is really nice. The only problem with this lens is it's a super 35 lens and it won't cover the entire sensor. So I'll be running in 6K mode, which of course is plenty of resolution. You just lose a little bit of depth of field. 8K is unnecessary. No client has ever asked me to deliver 8K footage. So my flight went all as expected. It wasn't too bad. Only a 21-minute flight up here, actually. As soon as I landed, met up with the boys. We went and grabbed some lunch. It's actually a pretty good burger restaurant. I was really surprised. That's the one really nice thing about this job is everybody pays for my food, so definitely a perk. We went to the arena to check out what we're shooting tomorrow. It's mostly going to be a bunch of dudes playing video games, which isn't really the most exciting thing, but it'll be pretty easy. And then Friday is when we're going to film the hockey, but Evan wanted to come over here and try on some skates, so it looked like he bought some. He's getting the blades sharpened, and then they're kind of messing around right now with some hockey sticks in there, just having a good time. But I think we're going to grab some dinner and go back to our Airbnb. Then we'll see what the plan is for tomorrow.
I know it. That's what I was thinking.
There's no way that's improved.
All right, we got the ice spikes for the shoes.
It's gonna work.
I think it's gonna work.
Look it.
Oh yeah, that was good on those, man.
I'm gonna try to run on these. We should have a race. Oh, that'd be cool.
What is that?
Are you serious? I'm serious.
You're never invited back.
That looks pretty good. So we're just wrapping up day one of this shoot in Seattle. Definitely not the most exciting day of production. We pretty much just filmed a bunch of influencers playing video games all day. Some of them had some pretty good hockey skills, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully get some cool stuff on the ice. I was going to buy some ice skates, but I don't think I'm ever going to use them again after this, so I decided to just go with the claw things that we got for the bottom of our shoes. Hopefully tomorrow's a good time, and we'll see how it all goes. Hopefully I don't drop my camera on the ice. It was so typical of one of our shoots to end up having to go film a dinner. It was actually pretty cool. We went to the Space Needle and got to see the sights, grab a couple drinks, you know, some more free food, and yeah, it didn't turn out so bad. Cheers, mate. Uh-oh, here we go. Today's day two. We're at the Climate Pledge Arena where the Seattle Kraken play, the hockey team, and it should be a lot funner today. They're going to be hitting, you know, some pucks in actual nets and wearing ice skates. The guy's prepping the ice right now with the Zamboni, so that's kind of fun to watch. It's like steaming the ice right now, but it's definitely fun to be down here on the ice level. I've seen 2 hockey games in person, but I've never been this low, so it'll be interesting to walk out there with shoes on.
23 miles an hour.
You know it's an official shoot when we have dedicated audio. What that means is we have a guy here that's just going to focus on recording audio. He's going to be using a boom mic, and then he's also got these little lav packs that stick, you know, under your shirt. You might have seen in, I don't know, productions before, but he syncs all the cameras together with a time code generator. What that does is it sends a signal to the cameras through these little wires, and that jams the time code. So when we go back to the edit, everything syncs up together super easily. It takes like 2 seconds and really helps organize things. So it's kind of nice to have. So we're not wearing the spikes yet. The ice is actually less slick than I anticipated. It could get really dangerous if there's any water on it. So we probably will wear the spikes at some point, just so we're not thinking about slipping while we're filming, because, you know, when you're trying to get the shot, you never know. But yeah, we're gonna set up some obstacles. I think moving around a lot.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna be trying to knock this thing off. 360 cam is situated. Speed check.
I can't, yeah, the net's in the way. That was a joke.
No chance of hitting Gabe.
Checking the post was intact and everything.
Just close.
You can't, yeah. Oh. Oh, what, it talks to you? That's cool.
56.
So I guess it's not just bragging rights. The winner of the entire competition gets this giant trophy, and then they're also going to be giving out these medals. The bronze and the gold look almost identical though. Got those ice kickers. We're gonna tear this place up.
Large.
I'm excited too because it'll elevate our feet off the ice so that it doesn't get our feet so cold. Dude, it's freezing when you're standing out there. First impression of the spikes, nothing really that special. Kind of feels like the ice is sticky now.
Aren't you?
Sure. Just think we're goofing.
Run at me.
I think we're good. Here we go.
Just like riding a bike.
Yeah, like falling off of one, he said.
Falling off a bike.
Done these walking shots like a million times.
Yeah.
Every time people walk way too fast. At least they're on skates, so they don't like that fast.
I know, but
Go ahead.
he's having to walk backwards in skates, so it's like...
Oh yeah. Well, the last 2 days were definitely a new experience. I've never shot hockey before and definitely never filmed anything on ice like that. It was pretty fun. Feet were freezing cold the entire day. I just got back from my flight. It's about 10:30 and I got a 45-minute drive home now, but unfortunately, I think the rest of the weekend, I'm gonna be just working on this project editing, which is a bummer because I really wanna work on my car. But you'll just have to wait until next week. So probably gonna be all the fun stuff for now. It's Sunday already, and I'm not gonna have time to work on my E30 this week like I was kind of hoping. Just so many edits. I'll get to that in a minute. But I did want to bring everyone up to speed on what's going on with my E30. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen a lot more of this car, all the posts that I normally do. Earlier this year, I got the E30 running on ITB's individual throttle bodies, which is pretty cool. It was a little 4-banger motor, the 1.8 that comes in it. It's called the M42, and it was really popular in the early 90s in E30s and E36s because BMW was getting a lot of pressure on their motors for good fuel consumption. So I decided to do ITBs and was actually pretty affordable, mostly just for fun, just to kind of change it up and make the engine look cool. It didn't really give me any horsepower, I don't think, but the beginning of this year, I got that running on standalone and drove the car around quite a bit early in the spring and through summer. I decided to take it to my friend Jason at Link ECUs, and he tuned it for me. The car made about 110 horsepower, and it did pretty well. But on the drive home, I actually blew the slave cylinder on the car, and I tried my hardest, but I just couldn't do it. It was like afternoon traffic in the middle of the day on like a Wednesday to get it going, and I figured I was just gonna end up breaking something even worse. So my dad came and picked me up and brought the car back here, where I literally jammed the car in drive and like drove it up on the lift super fast. I fixed the slave cylinder. I'm kind of done with it for now because it's fall, so full steam ahead on my 240 project. The 240 is getting a full new body kit, all new wide body, new color, new interior, so that'll be super fun over the winter, so definitely look forward to that. But I gotta go back inside and keep working on the edits. I'll show you what I'm doing there. I'm pretty much in charge of everything that we just shot. Basically, you can't have editing without filming, and you can't have filming without editing. There's gotta be both. And sometimes the same person does both of those, which is nice because of course it always means I'm gonna get paid more, but I'm also super, super busy all the time. I have a wife and kids, and it's tough to balance all those things with traveling and editing so much. I mean, it's Sunday right now, and they're at the zoo, and I'm basically gonna be sitting here editing for the rest of the day, which is unfortunate. But here's what I'm doing. I need to make string outs of everything we shot because a lot of this is getting sent to the influencers. As I'm doing that, I'm also organizing things because I'm also gonna be making like a 60-second social edit for Instagram for EA Sports. A string out is like an unedited sequence that just has the clips from all of one camera organized and synced with audio. And what I'm doing to make it easier for the influencers to edit this themselves is I'm actually going through all 4 cameras, my camera, Evan's camera, and Gabe's camera, and then a GoPro, and also a 360 cam. So I guess there's 5. Syncing all those together using the time code that was generated by our audio guy. And I'm gonna be cutting and making actual edit decisions throughout the timeline for just one angle. So I'm picking whoever's angle is the best, letting that roll out for 5 or 10 seconds, and then going to the next angle, going to the next angle. You know, somebody hits a puck with a hockey stick, you cut to the angle that's near the goal, and that's kind of how it goes. So then I'm going to export all these and send them to the influencers. And then I got to start working on the social piece, which actually can be pretty time consuming, even though it's only a 30 to second cut, because I've got to go through this, finding all the best moments where people were excited and having fun and explaining the whole story of what happened. You know, I'll probably end up editing a lot of this on Monday and Tuesday as well, but I'll get quite a bit of it out to them. I've already finished some of it, so I'll send it out to them now, and we'll see. I doubt I'll have time to mess around with the E30 on Tuesday, but for my mental health, I probably should wrench on it Tuesday or Wednesday. It's important to balance some of those things, you know, your work and life and hobby and stuff like that. Of course, I'll be hanging out with my kids today a little bit when they get back from the zoo. But yeah, I think that's it for this week, and I'll see you guys on the next one.